Oh, we love this man. Calum Hood's debut solo album, Order, Chaos, Order, is out tomorrow. Also, an intimate performance just for our Nova listeners last night in Nova's Red Room. Calum Hood, welcome!
Yes.
Welcome home, mate.
Thank you.
Good to be home?
It feels good. Feels good to be here.
Yeah, I bet it does.
Yeah.
Staying with mum and dad?
No, not honestly. Last time I was staying with mum, but this time, no, I'm leaving the nest.
Oh, did that cause trouble? What do you mean you don't want to stay, darling?
I think she wanted to say that, but she was like, "No, do your thing.
Do you think?
I mean, you've got to be careful doing stuff like that because next time you do come home from Los Angeles, your bedroom's going to be a sewing room and there will be no remorse.
There will be no spare key under the mat. That's for sure.
No, that's right.
For a Quakers Hill boy, what is it like in LA? Like, is it like, for anyone who hasn't been there before, well, I find it, we've been there a few times for work, but it is wild at the moment. There are moments where you go, oh my gosh, this is so totally different from what we grew up in, Calum.
Well, I'm from Mount Druitt, so I don't really know too much about Quakers Hill. But Mount Druitt, the mountainous peak, you can see it from the studio here. I mean, it's we've come a long way, so it's just nice to kind of have that perspective, I guess, from where we're from.
And where you live over there, are the other guys near you, the other Five Sauce Band members?
Yeah, we're all kind of like 20 minutes away from each other.
Awesome.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
So you're all
it's
still
nice.
tight?
Yeah.
Love that.
I think so.
It's a great story.
No, it's honestly, we're probably better than ever.
Oh,
So
I love that.
Feels pretty good.
The group chat's on fire.
Can I ask you, Calum, when you have these songs, you know, in your mind and you're putting them together, do you present them to Five Sauce, or was this something very personal for you that you wanted to bring out solo?
The solo record was just kind of like separated from that world.
Yep.
I sent them all the album kind of when everything was finished, just because I respect their opinion, probably more so musically than anyone else.
Yep.
So I wanted to send them like the finished product, essentially.
Yep.
Yeah.
Were you nervous that it would like create an issue? Because I always think that when, you know, people start off in a band, in a group, and then they go solo, it's almost like, you know, someone in a marriage saying, yeah, I want to sleep with someone else. How do you feel about that? And I just wonder how they took it and if it was a difficult conversation to have.
Yeah, I mean, I think we thrive off of proving like the stigma wrong. So I mean, I'm the last one to release a solo record, so everyone has a solo record. Ash was the first one in 2020. So I think for a band like us, it's actually necessary to be able to do these types of things rather than, you know, the other way around.
Mate, sounds like great relationships, and I reckon it would be extremely cathartic to go through the process of writing your own music without everybody in the room.
100%. Yeah, and I've learned a lot, and you know, having the absence without the boys has made me really appreciate what the band is and you know, the friends that I've made within my bandmates. So it feels good to have that, you know, context, I guess.
Yeah, of course.
Any country flavour on Order, Chaos, Order at all? Is there anything with a country flavour? Now, Chrissy, you don't know about this, but Calum and Mikey, this was years and years ago, we asked them, is there any chance that we can stitch up Ray Hadley down at 2GB? Mm-hmm. Ray, we all know, loves his country and Western music.
Yes.
Like, just like he's MC'd, you know, the Tamworth, all the big shows, and so the boys went down and we set up an interview with Ray, and all he knew that these two young kids that are coming through, they were known as the Summer Brothers, and they were here to perform a song. Ray hadn't heard much about them. There wasn't much on Google about them, and the boys went in and they put a country spin on one of their classic hits, and it sounded like this.
Just thinking of our show with a plane ticket and a shiny diamond ring with your name on it. Would you want to run away too? Is all I really want is you.
I love it.
Looks so perfect standing there, my American
So good.
underwear. And I know now
It sounds great, actually.
that I'm
It sounds great.
really good.
Yes.
Lipstick stain is a work of art. You got your name tattooed.
Mikey's got the hat on.
Yeah, he looks great.
Cowboy hat.
I mean, country is totally mainstream now. You should release it.
Well, do you know what we were saying off air before, Chrissy, was it was just that version became so popular with the fan base of Five Sauce. They very quickly went, "Oh, can you please release that?
Yeah.
Can you give us that version?"
We actually created a whole, because we did the 5 Seconds of Summer show to celebrate 10 years of Five Sauce. This was nearly 5 years ago now, but me and Michael, we expanded on the Summer Brothers. We actually have more songs now.
That's so great.
The Summer Brothers?
Yeah.
Man.
Are you
we're going
serious?
on tour.
Tommy, we got to do a Red Room, Summer Brothers.
Who would have thought?
I mean, I know you just performed last night, but God, you're mad.
Well,
I'll have a word.
Thank you.
Well, do you know what? It took Beyonce a country album to finally win a Grammy for Best Album. So
Wow.
this could be your opportunity for Best Album at the Arias, Calum. This is it.
You're
on.
right. Yeah.
Callum, can I ask you about songwriting? I'm so fascinated by it and the things that happen in, the writer's life that sort of inspire a song. And we just listened to Miley Cyrus actually before we, started talking to you. And her song "End of the World," which everybody loves, it sounds very dramatic, but she's revealed that it actually, the kernel that started it was the fact that her mother Tish went on a holiday without her. And it made her feel like
The end of the world.
it was the end of the world, which
That's
is
really
not.
funny.
Exactly. And I'm just wondering, do you have any songs or, that ended up being something that feels a lot bigger and more meaningful than the story that started it?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think a lot of the songs are kind of based off of my whole life. So there's things that I talk about that are, very heavily rooted in my childhood and within my family dynamics. And then there's things about, my first breakup or my first love. So it's they're kind of little vignettes of all the things that I find really meaningful in terms of shaping who I am, I guess, today.
So Don't Forget You Love Me was actually written by your mum, wasn't it? When you said, I'm not staying anymore, Mum. I'm in a hotel.
It was written about
Exactly.
your mum when she went away when you were in grade 5.
Well, your other song, "Call Me When You Know Better," was a song that you made to Telstra, I think. Mate, we do love you. We do here. And the new album is Order, Chaos, Order. It's out tomorrow. Mate, thanks so much for the Red Room. We had such a great response last night from it. It was an intimate performance, and that's what we love about the Red Room. So, Calum, mate, it's so good to have you back in the studio, brother.
Thanks
for coming in.
I appreciate you guys having me.
Good to see you, mate.
Thank you.